How's it going, Star Wars fans? This is John, Star Wars Net 77. This video, I'm going to talk about some news I recently heard and was really bummed about. I wanted to hear about your guys' opinion about this, but Disney, as most of you guys know, purchased the Star Wars rights back in October of last year, 2012, and they paid $4 billion to George Lucas. He no longer has any involvement really into the Star Wars franchise and the direction where it goes. Now, when they first initially purchased Star Wars, they announced with it that they're going to plan on making Episode 7 along with other future episodes, and that they're going to bring back a lot of the rumors have it anyway, that they're going to bring back a lot of the cast, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill to play Luke, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, etc. Huge news. Of course, as a Star Wars fan, I was ecstatic, and I knew that if any company could do Star Wars right, it would be Disney. However, several months ago, they pulled the plug on Star Wars Clone Wars, the cartoon series, which I really liked. I did a video talking about that. Really bummed out about that. I figured they at the very least, they'd move it to the Disney Channel, but because it was on the Cartoon Network before. But now, as of a couple weeks ago, they pulled the plug now on LucasArts, which is the video game division of Lucas and his whole number of different entities. So Lucas, started THX, for example, Industrial Light and Magic, LucasArts, Lucasfilm, all that stuff. And with it, Disney purchased all that. So I'm really bummed out LucasArts is no longer around. They closed down the door for them, and some of my favorite LucasArts games aren't necessarily even Star Wars related, although they were best known for the Star Wars games. But I love Day of the Tentacle, Maniac Mansion is awesome, Sam & Max, a lot of point-and-click adventures in the 90s. LucasArts did a great job with a lot of the point-and-click PC games. Also, Full Throttle is another great one, by the way. But then they also made some great Star Wars games as well. Some of them were only released for the PC, including X-Wing and TIE Fighter and X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Or Dark Forces 2 was only released for the PC as well. Some great PC games for Star Wars, but not only that, but there's some great Star Wars games for the home consoles as well. Some that come to mind are the Super Star Wars Trilogy for the Super Nintendo. Love those games. I also love the Knights of the Old Republic, for Xbox, the original Xbox. Those first, the 1 and 2 were great. And there's just some great games. I love Battlefront 1 and 2. Now there's people and fans would love to see a Battlefront 3. Unfortunately, with this current news, it'd be interesting to see if that ever happens. Now my guess is that Disney will farm out the license of Star Wars and help make other publishers develop games for the Star Wars, which was essentially what Lucas was doing later on. For Knights of the Old Republic, for example, BioWare was the company that developed that game, and LucasArts just published it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking that Disney will do. Games like Star Wars 1313, which come to mind, that a lot of fans were really excited about. Unfortunately, it's going to be shelved right now, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. So I want to kind of ask you guys what your thoughts about LucasArts closing is. I'd like to ask you guys what your favorite Star Wars game is that LucasArts put together or developed. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I really hope Episode 7 is good, because right now Disney is not, at least from my opinion, the moves that they're making with cutting a lot of these great Star Wars things hasn't been I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest with you. So I have a lot of high expectations for Episode 7. If it make great Episode 7, all is good. If it's not, then we've got an issue. Anyway, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Thanks for leaving a comment. Thanks for subscribing, and may the Force be with you. Take care.